Hi, welcome back to The Scent Advocate. Tonight we're going to be talking about full bottle fragrances from my collection that I consider extreme floral. So they are extreme for me. They may not be for you, they may not be by most standards, but for someone like myself who really isn't into florals because they don't usually smell good on me, these are extreme florals in that they are very flower forward. They're not entirely floral. Some are, what are referred to as flormons. They're floral sheeps, a variety of different types of florals, but they are, at least in my opinion, heavy florals, and that's unusual for me. I bought them for different reasons. Others of them were gifted to me, and when I say gifted, I do not mean as PR. They were gifted by loved ones as presents for special occasions. Um, I will go in no particular order, but I will save until the end the one that I am having the most difficulty with. It was a present from someone I love very, very much, and I haven't been able to quite get there with it. I'm working on it. I know there's hope because I'm not giving it away. I'm not getting rid of it because it means too much to me. I can't because it was a present, but we'll save that till the end. I will tell you it's from a popular house, and I have talked about it before, and I have mentioned before that it is something I struggle with. So stick around to the end for the big reveal. Let's first grab a beverage. If you don't have one, you should. My drink of choice tonight is water. All right. For our first fragrance, I just love this one. It's so cute. It is Mademoiselle Rochas. I've talked about other fragrances from this house. There we go. From this house, but this one in particular, I just adore. I bought this for my little girl. It was a blind buy, but I loved the notes and I knew they'd be extraordinary on her, and they are. I ended up taking it from her very recently because she just doesn't wear it, and I want to not have it go to waste. I love the bottle. It's really cute, very simple, and I like that when it comes to fragrance bottles. You could see through. It's got my friend Chic on the back, and a simple bottle that's very high quality. You can hear, the heaviness of the metal top and the heavy weight of the glass. It's very, very nice. So this is a 90 mil. It's a 2017 release, and it goes for about $37. So really, really economically priced. The nose behind it is Anne Flippo. I love her. She's just, I think an incredible artist. This is a floral gourmand. I guess I've heard it referred to in that way or read about it in that way. I think it is far more floral than gourmand. And with the gourmand, it is a fruity forward fragrance, but to me, it's much more floral than fruit. So the notes are candy apple, black currant, orange, lemon, rose, jasmine, vanilla musk, and ambergris. To me, this leans in the direction of a Chanel Mademoiselle or like a Miss Dior. It's got that kind of vibe to it. It is what I imagine a young career woman in Paris would wear. I know that, of course, I was not a young career woman in Paris ever, but if I were, I know I'd smell like this, okay? I'm certain of it. This being so floral, it's extreme for me. This is not something I necessarily would have bought for myself. I was trying to get something for my daughter that I thought would, be a sure thing, a no fail. Well, it turns out she likes a bit heavier than this, so she takes my the Lost Cherries, or she goes for the Tom Fords. And this isn't really, maybe she'll come around to it, but it's not her thing right now. So um, more flower forward than I would have gone for myself. Anyway, gorgeous stuff, Mademoiselle Rochas. Moving on, we've got one that is very, very popular. It's Oriana by Parfums de Marly. this I also got from my little girl. And similarly, it wasn't her thing. So she thought it was a very pretty bottle, and it is. This is a floral gourmand, but this is more of a vanilla kind of marshmallow thing going on in the background. The florals are um, orange blossom primarily, but it's got some musk, ambrette, vanilla, citrus, raspberry. The raspberry isn't very pronounced in this for me. I think it's more just kind of giving that lift to it. I feel also like I wonder what this would be like if they put like some aldehydes in it to lift it up a little bit, give it something of a fizz. Would that not be spectacular? You hear me talking to you, Parfums de Marly? Okay. If you do it, I'm I'm telling you, I'm coming. I'm coming to get my piece. I'm kidding. But this stuff is really beautiful. Not one I would have picked for myself, but I have it now. I've worn it a few times. I think this leans very feminine, much like the Mademoiselle Rochas does. But as I always say, fragrance is for everyone. You wear whatever makes you happy, and that's all that matters. As long as you don't wear so much of it and get so happy that you aggravate anyone's allergies, you got to watch out for that. So take it easy. This stuff is strong. The price for this 75 mil EDP released in 2021, I think is about $350. I can't quite remember, and I will tell you it was pricey. The nose behind this, by the way, is Natalie Lorson. Oh, and also Hamid Maradi Kashani. Beautiful stuff. Very, very popular. Kind of floral vanilla gourmand. Oriana. Moving on. Oh, yes. Muse by Xerjoff. Okay, this one is so much fun, and I don't hear many people talking about it. So this is a 2019 release. It goes for about $150. This is a 50 ml EDP. This was made under Sergio Momo. I'm not sure if he's the nose or it was made by other perfumers under his direction, but his name is affiliated with it. This is supposed to be a fruity floral sheep. Now, I get it. This is not an earthy sheep, though. This is a patchouli forward sheep. It is very plum heavy. Sweet plum heavy. So if you don't like that rich, deep purple plum, and think of it as concentrated, maybe a hint of cherry juice in there too, then this ain't for you. It's got what are the flowers in here? Jasmine, labdanum, those are the big ones. I get, I could even get a tropical waxy white floral in here, like a gardenia. Yeah, definitely. I think there's more strong floral in here than the notes indicate. And what really sold me on this was the plum. I wanted a plum fragrance, and this hits the mark big time. In exchange for that, I've got some heavy floral in there, but I love gardenia. My grandmother's favorite flower was gardenia. My mother's favorite flower is gardenia. I adore it. I just can't wear it. However, this wears pretty well on me. I use it very sparingly because I know it's a heavy floral. At least it expresses as a heavy floral on me, but I just wanted it so much because of that beautiful, beautiful plum. And so I did get this myself for myself. I think a lot of people might find this too fruity. I probably should have, maybe I did talk about this in my fruity floral video, but if I didn't, I should have. It's a perfect example. But again, very, very plum heavy, beautiful stuff. It is Muse by Xerjoff. Okay, moving on, we've got this one. Oh boy. I look at this fragrance and I'm like, what was I thinking? I don't know. I have had it for a while and I just haven't used it a whole lot. It is Aqua Fiorentina by Creed. And this is a 30 mil. It's an EDP. It's a 2009 release. And I believe the price for it now is $460. This is Olivier and Irwin Creed as the noses behind this. The notes in here are apple, plum, bergamot, lemon, rose, pear, grapefruit, cedar, and sandalwood. I get a heavy, heavy, heavy floral out of this, and it's more than rose. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not just rose. The rose to me is a little bit muted as roses go, but this presents as a very kind of almost an indolic floral in there. And I think that's because of all the citrus and the tart apple makes it present as an even bigger floral for me and indolic at that. I also get a bit of an herbal note, like a coriander in here. It's very strange. Yeah, I sprayed it. Yeah, okay. I sprayed it on my skin earlier because, yeah, it's not as floral on my skin as it is in the bottle or on paper. But if I spray it on my neck, it's too much. I have a very hard time with it. I bought this for myself. I was sold on this one. So a sales associate at a department store got me going on this. And I was like 20 bottles into my sniffing session, not section, session. And I wanted something pretty. I wanted a fruity fragrance, and she sold me on this being fruity. I got it home and I was like, what in the heck did I do? And here it is. It's beautiful. I wear it very sparingly because I've got to monitor how much I put on, and that's a pain in the neck to me. But I love it. It's Creed Aqua Fiorentina. Next, we've got a gift. Tom Ford's Lavender Extreme. This may be discontinued. So this is a 50 ml EDP 2019 release. I don't know what it would go for price-wise since it's potentially discontinued. So it is something you'd want to research. I love the bottle. I love all Tom Ford bottles. I think they're really beautiful. It is hard to read. There are some other Tom Ford bottles where the nameplate is exactly the same color as the bottle. It makes it difficult to read, but it is Lavender Extreme. This is Olivier Guillotine is the nose behind it. Pardon me if I mispronounced it. You know how good my French is if you've been watching the channel. Terrible thing. So the notes in here are violet, lavender, lemon, cinnamon, geranium, rose, tonka, coumarin, lavender, 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 and lavender. Yeah. So it's very strong, sharp, aromatic. It's you really need to love lavender for this one. It's a very artistic take on the note. It is not what I would call a relaxing lavender. It is a very high energy, force of nature type lavender. You remember a store called Crabtree and Evelyn or Evelyn? They had a beautiful lavender. I think it was an eau de toilette. Very light, very peaceful, very calming. This would be Crabtree and Evelyn Lavender's evil twin. Not that this is evil. It's just comparatively, this one's much more trouble. Yeah, this, whoa, very aromatic. I dare say it leans in the direction of a fougere. This is concentrated lavender, and I don't know that it's actually concentrated, but it presents that way. I think the citrus at the top really bolsters the lavender notes. And wow, this is strong stuff. So when I wear this, this is probably the fragrance that I spray the lightest of all the fragrances in my collection. I think I would spray anything else more than I would spray this. It's very pretty. It's stunning. It is, to me, a work of art and one of the most interesting lavenders I've ever experienced. But it's a beast. You got to watch out for this one. I love it. I'll never give it up. It's Lavender Extreme by Tom Ford. Okay, moving on. Why not touch a classic? A classic floral, Bal of Versailles by Jean Deprez. Butchering names again in French. It's a sheep floral. This is a 1962 release. It's a 50 ml. I think it's an EDP. It could be an EDT. I am not absolutely positive. It wears like an EDP, I'll tell you that. And it goes for about, did I already say it goes for about 50 bucks? It goes for about 50 bucks. Okay, and yeah. Very vintage smelling. If you like Femme by Rochas, you'll like this. If you like Salome by Papillon, but it's maybe a little too heavy for you, this is a great alternative. Do they smell exactly the same? No, but they're close enough. Not so close that I would not have them all in my collection, because I do. I love them all. So there's orange, orange blossom, rose, jasmine, rosemary, neroli, ylang ylang, patchouli, lily of the valley, animalics, everything you'd expect in a vintage floral of this ilk with that kind of boudoir from 200 years ago DNA. That's it. You love it or you don't. I love it, but it took me some time to grow to love it. At first, I was thinking, what in the world is going on here? This isn't right. But then I came around and I realized it is so very right. And I see it for the art it is. It's a guilty pleasure, just like Femme is, just like Salome is. I don't care if anyone else likes these. I wear them for me. And I just adore them. Beautiful stuff, Belle of Versailles. What does it make me think of? I think I squared it away before. A boudoir, a naughty situation 200 years ago. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Last in tonight's lineup. Have you guessed what it is? Well, if you haven't, too late, because here we go. It is Tom Ford's Tubereuse Nue. Yes. This is, I don't even know how to properly describe this other than it's a very odd, very strong white floral for me. Completely indolic for me. There are, okay, so the notes in this are lily, jasmine, Szechuan pepper, tuberose, benzoin, styrax, cocoa, suede musk, tonka bean, and oud. By the way, this is a 50 ml. It's a 2021 release. It's an eau de parfum, and it goes for about $405 right now. Yeah, I appreciate it so much. Like I said earlier, this was a gift. Really, really, really appreciate it, but I'm struggling with this one. I there are days when I wear it and why is it so blurry? There are days when I wear it and I am getting okay with it. Other days where I just can't take it. I don't know. The floral, I don't think it's tuberose, but it must be because that's what, that's what's listed in the notes. It could be a jasmine that's throwing me off, but I usually like jasmine, and this doesn't smell like any sort of jasmine I've experienced before. Not in the natural world. I've smelled chemical recreations of jasmine that have put me off a bit. I don't think that's the case here. Um, I have no reason to believe it's a chemical recomposition of jasmine, but the suede is not animalic at all. But there's something there, almost a rubber note. Um, I just can't put my finger on it. It's really, really odd. It it definitely smells vintage. Um, I'm trying to make friends with it. I don't know. Have you ever smelled this one? Tell me what you think. What can you give me any fragrance psychology on this? Is there some kind of, mantra or meditation or, some kind of Zen thing that I could do to get in touch, like get in touch with the bottle on a cosmic level? Help me! I don't know. I can't get rid of it because my husband gave it to me and I love him, but ah. All right, so this is it. Tubereuse Nue. By Tom Ford. So that is tonight's lineup. Let me know what you think. Are any of these just completely wimping out because they are not even close to what you would call an extreme floral? Again, it's all relative. These are extreme for me because I'm not a floral person. I'm looking forward to your kind comments, please. And hey, if you're not yet a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave me a comment. I love them. And hey, if I haven't responded to a comment yet, it's because I am still trying to figure out how in the world YouTube works pulling up some of these comments. I mean, sometimes I see them, sometimes they are so buried. I find them, days later, and I'm so disappointed in myself. But rest assured, I am looking to read every single one of them and respond to every single one of them. They mean the world to me. And give me a thumbs up if you like the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.